can provide the very best of our services to you, and that happens when everyone gets involved. So there are clubs, there are going to be welcome days.
Gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Are we live? Modesto JC and Santa Rosa JC have been playing since 1925. They are the last named junior colleges in California. Today, they meet on Bailey Field coming off wins last week. Who will move their record to 2-0? MJC or SRJC? You'll find out next. This Santa Rosa Welcome to Bailey Field on the campus of Santa Rosa Junior College for this CCAA matchup between the number 18 host Santa Rosa JC and number 4 Modesto JC. I'm Chris Babcock, and thanks for joining us wherever you may be for this matchup. The Bearcubs will kick off in their dark blue uniforms, MJC in their white uniforms. Both are coming off wins, kind of a different tale last week. Kickoff has returned, and he's got room to run. And it's returned nearly out to the 58-yard line, or the 48-yard line for Modesto. And Malone with the nice return. For the Pirates, and they're a great field position. Their quarterback is Day Tafoya, and it's a inside, bounced outside run, and it'll go for a first down. That's Bryson Davis. What did he do last week? Pedestrian, 9 carries for 213 yards, 3 touchdowns, and was the player of the week for the Coaches Association of the 3C2A. You can't have a much better debut for that young man out of Manteca High School. 1st and 10 on the Bearcubs 25-yard line. Tafoya showing the ball skills and to pick up 8 yards. This is brilliant. Modesto's going to line up in the ball. We'll see if we can get a quick replay. As a defensive lineman, you just got to go to the quarterback. Don't bite and get off your feet. It's like a jump shot. Don't lose your feet. Tafoya with the play fake, pump fake, and gets the first down, or near first down. It's a jet sweep. Clark out of Ripon is tackled, so now it'll be 3rd down and 4. And the Bearcubs defense got to pay attention, know where guys are lined up. Modesto's going to get right back up on the football. 3rd and short, little pick and pull, and it'll be just short of the yard to gain. It'll be 4th and short. Modesto, one of the high-powered offenses consistently in the state. Last year averaged just over 446 yards. They rushed for 339 yards against Laney last week. And equipment violation, as Jimenez will have to go to the sideline and get his knee pads fixed, or lack thereof. They're going to run with a fullback here. Mateo Galiccio as a fullback. This is a heavy set for the Pirates. And not a big gain for Davis, but he will get the first down. The thing that the Pirates need to improve on is a red zone TD scoring. Last year they were one of the worst in the state. It's a high-powered offense, but coffee's for closers. They got to get the ball in the end zone. Last week against Laney, they got into the red zone 3 times. They scored twice. Last year, 53% inside run, and Davis takes multiple defenders to tackle him, and it's a 3-yard gain for the Pirates. For the Bearcubs, they need to stop the run, no question about it. And we mentioned the 339 yards. They need to cut down on the penalties. 14 for 95, and some of those in crucial times, and establish the running game. They only ran for 45 yards last week, and a good running game can help you play a little defense. Speaking of defense, coming up from a safety position, solo tackle in space, Mr. Scardina and Polo Georges coming up and grabbing cloth. Watch the defenders from the Bearcubs get to the football here with rude intentions, and then everybody getting to the ball, running to the football. 3rd down and 7. Bubble screen out here in the flat, and it's going to be short. It'll be 4th down and 1.5, and Coach Stivers is not going to hesitate. And this is their heavy formation. Multiple tight ends. Well, they can bootleg out of this. 2 fullbacks. But go with what got you there. And Davis down inside the 1. And it's a touchdown. Modesto Junior College. Well, they were set up with the great return. And literally just ran the ball south here to the south end zone and took care of business. Just watch that white mass of humanity of the offensive line of the Pirates. Emmanuel Garibay will be on to kick the extra point. It's up, and it's good. And the Pirates, with a key 3 possession, leave 7-0. You're watching Santa Rosa Junior College football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Santa Rosa JC Athletics. This Santa Rosa Junior College football game on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you in part by Santa Rosa JC Athletics. Go to srjcathletics.com to learn more about the pretty Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Passalacqua and Passalacqua LLP. We are members of the community who happen to be darn good lawyers. American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over, it's fine. a kick and taken along at the 5-yard line by Moore, and he's tackled at around the 18-yard line by Mayo. I love mayo and mustard on my sandwiches. Here come the Bearcubs. Last week, not much of a running game, but Portis had a lot of success in the air once the Bearcubs were able to get off the press coverage of CCSS, or CCSF, big fella. And next to him is Zion Williams. Bearcubs need to find a running game today. We'll give you the 3 keys to victory for both teams after this play. Portis, he's got a receiver, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Sean Randall. Here are the 3 keys to victory. Three keys of victory. First for the Pirates. We don't have a graphic. That's my fault. Rise and shine. 2 hours and 45-minute drive out here. So the whole team needed to get up, be ready to play, and travel. Hitch route caught. Not enough for a first down, but it'll be 3rd down and 3. Ball security. The Pirates had 5 fumbles, 3 of those lost. And do your job. Coach Stiver thought they were too excited last week. 12 penalties, etc. So they've got to cut those down. Santa Rosa, we mentioned, stop the run, cut down the penalties, and establish the running game. Here'd be a chance you'd maybe establish that running game. Portis, we got 2 fullbacks in the ISO block, and it'll be a chain moving first down and then some. 11-yard gain or 12-yard gain for Williams, and I love that formation for Santa Rosa JC. Quick substitution. I love the tempo. Portis lets everybody get set for a full count, and it's a hat on a hat. The Bearcubs at their own 40-yard line. Williams, and doesn't pick up much. It'll be 2nd and 10. Last week, Scott had 5 receptions for 133 yards, more 3 receptions for 71 and a TD, and Eli Evans 7 catches for 48. He had a TD. And then Campbell and Williams combined for 4 other receptions. So you got 3 different guys catching touchdown passes. That's a great sign for Santa Rosa. Bubble screen. Scott, can he beat the one-on-one? And he can't. This is a missed block out in space by Sean Randall. Mr. Stallworth out in space. And Wartson just beating the blocker and wrapping up in space. Well done by the Modesto Christian alum, Elmo Wartson. 3-by-1 set for the Bearcubs. We flipped sides this year. We've stayed on the same side, but the Bearcubs have moved their bench over to here, and it's a sack. And getting there for the Pirates. Melion also getting there out of Manteca. And Cavello will have to come on to punt. He had a great game last week. Great punt. It's going to kind of get a Santa Rosa bounce, and it'll go to the 26-yard line where the Pirates will have their second possession.
Mark that at the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Modesto from right there.
Who had there are a lot of defenders had a nice game last week for Santa Rosa JC. Rabdello, 8 tackles, a fumble recovery. The defense had 4 sacks. They created a couple of turnovers, and the offense so they were +3 in the sacks, which is always great. Inside run, And aforementioned, hadn't had a chance to talk to him, but Caden Holman comes up and makes the play. They need to improve the Bearcubs of tackling in space, but also in traffic. Santa Rosa, the Pirates are going to run inside. We mentioned these teams have been playing, first started playing in 1925. We'll give you a little history after this play. You got to get multiple hats there. Davis, there's a smart train that runs in Sonoma. It might be better just to ride on Davis. After initial contact, watch how far he carries the defense. 5, 10, 13 extra yards after original contact. Davis is a load. Got to get multiple hats there if you're Santa Rosa. Inside run, another plethora of one of the running backs for the Pirates. Caden Bailey, no relation to Bailey Field out of Hillmar, quickly gets up the field. He also can play a little slot for the Pirates. After they get their first down, that's when they'll speed things up. Modesto leads in the all-time series 22-11 with 2 ties. The first 2 games played in 1920. Speed option, a staple of the Rusty Stivers offense, and it goes for a 12-yard gain. Speed option. Always. They'll probably run it 3 or 4 different times today, and it's no fake. Attack. The lineman's going to attack, or the quarterback's going to attack the line of scrimmage, and either keep it. Most of the time, it's a quick pitch to the running back, and it's first down, 32-yard line of the Bearcubs. Another running back in for the Pirates. This time, it's Aiden Muhammad out of Enox, and he picks up 8 yards. Not a good start for the Bearcub defense. And these teams played for a lot, and then they wouldn't play for a long time. They started in 1925, played through 28, then, in the 50s played, went through a little bit of the 80s playing ball out to the flat, and you got to tackle in space. There's 2 missed tackles in one-on-one situations. Kyron Jackson Davis and the normally sure tackling Silas Polo Georges, both missing tackles out in space. We talked about got to tackle out in space. Break down, he didn't there, and then you got to break down there. Those are attempted arm tackles. Not good. Pirates quickly up to the football. Double tight set. Power. And not much there. Short gain. So in 95 they played and then didn't play again until 2008. But they have played the last 3 seasons. 2022 the Pirates won 15-7. 2023 was 51-41. That was Portis's debut at quarterback. Nearly broke the school record, but it was a loss for the Bearcubs. Davis is tackled. And then last year it was 51-14 Pirates at MJC. Tafoya looking over to the bench. We'll get the call, known as the NASCAR offense. They rushed for 254 yards a game last year. Missed tackle in space. Hustling to the football. Brandon Williams gets the tackle, and it'll be 4th down. Great job by the Bearcubs, and this is a weakness of the Pirates last year, of scoring touchdowns in the red zone. On to kick for the Pirates, Isaac Padilla. He was 3 for 3 on extra points last week against Laney. Going to be a 26-yard field goal. Kick is up, and it's good. It's 10-0 Pirates. You're watching Bearcub football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Santa Rosa JC Athletics. When you need a lawyer, it is important to work with someone who is a careful listener, a strong communicator, and an assertive advocate. Richard, try it again. I got burped. Somebody burped me on the. I was going to see if Dave. And we appreciate our partnership with Matt Markovich and the Santa Rosa JC Bearcubs, covering football. Text in with Coach McMillan. We'll be covering some basketball games, but he had more important things to do, like salmon fishing off the Golden Gate, out from the Golden Gate Bridge, not from the bridge, out in a boat. Bearcubs return it to the 20-yard line. Santa Rosa really, last week, they grabbed victory from the jaws of defeat in overtime. City College of San Francisco had the football at the 1-inch line and then decided to bring in and switch their backfield and bring in a Wildcat quarterback. And the ball was snapped over the Wildcat quarterback's head. Gindel with the run out of San Marin. Nice gain, 5-yard gain. That's solid start toward the running game for Santa Rosa, which they need dearly today and this season to keep Portis healthy. So the ball's snapped over the Wildcat quarterback's head. It makes it a longer should have just went with the quarterback sneak like they did the previous play to get down there. Portis juggles the snap. It's going to be a middle screen and going to get the forward progress. It's going to be 3rd and 2. So and then we're going to bring in, speaking of substitution, here comes the heavy formation for the Bearcubs. I got to find out what they call it. Anyway, forces a longer field goal. The Bearcubs block it, and they win in overtime, 41-38. Portis lets everybody get set, and coming from the backside, you got to block the backside, especially Mr. Stallworth. Uncontested to get to the backfield. And this is a defense of Modesto that lost a player that actually was practicing with them. Headed to West Virginia, so they're down a guy, but that's the story of Modesto football. They want to get players in and get them out. So the Bearcubs don't pick up the first down, and it's a punt, and the ball's down at the 35-yard line where the Pirates will have their second possession with a minute 13 left in the first quarter. This is the second of 6 Santa Rosa JC games that we'll be bringing you here on NorCal Sports TV. Our referee is Kenny Leffel, known Kenny for a long time. Linesman Greg Owen, field judge Stephen Young, Ed Hirsch is the back judge. Shallow crosses, a little mesh concept, and we've got a flag, and it's probably going to be a hold. Mesh concept, you've got everybody's rubbing through a lot of traffic going on, and it's a hold, and this will be backed up. Umpire is Lance Phillips. Side judge is John Bent. Line judge is Kyrie Jefferson. And back judge is Ed Hirsch. So it'll be the Pirates playing behind the chains.
Penalty puts the ball to the 25-yard line. First and 20.
Somebody was deeply into the scout film this week. Watch for Polo Georges come out and get his hand in the passing lane. He's the safety. He's near the hash mark. He reads this and nearly picks it for, I don't want to get into it. We didn't have a summer trip up here to Sonoma this year with no horse racing. Didn't go to the fair. I digress. Empty backfield after the motion to Foya, and it's incomplete. So vertical route out with running back Davis out of the backfield and didn't like the traffic, and it goes incomplete. Had the tight end wide open as a former tight end coach. Makes me sad we don't throw the ball to the tight end who's wide open. We'll get over it. 3rd down and 20 here for the Pirates. Tafoya, 9 route. Incomplete. Pretty good coverage there by Kyron Jackson Davis. And incomplete to Maynor. And the Pirates will punt for the first time today. Martin will punt. 2 inside the 20 last week on 4 punts. Scott, lethal returner, needs to get this, energize this Bearcub offense, setting them up in good field position, which they should get. Scott, fair catches, and Bearcubs will take over on their own 38 with 27 seconds left in the first quarter. I'm Chris Babcock, and thanks for joining us wherever you may be. First and 10, and it wasn't the fourth quarter. It's first quarter. We'll run laps after the game here on the track. Play action. We've got a middle screen, and he's got a nice alley to run through. And he picks up a nice chunk. Give him 14 yards, and that's Eli Evans on the middle screen. Lineman pass set, and then get upfield. And they go block people, and if you don't block people, run full speed at them, and if they avoid you, that's as good as a block. So the Bearcubs pick up the first down, and they're inside the Pirate territory. And then that'll be the end of the first quarter. Bearcubs trail 10-zip to the number 4 ranked Modesto Junior College Pirates. You're watching Bearcub football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by Santa Rosa JC Athletics. Washer Express, proud partners of Santa Rosa Junior College Athletics, is the fastest and most convenient car wash in town. If you want a clean car fast and free vacuums, come visit us today. And if you want the best deal in town, ask us about our Unlimited Wash Club. Look for the Union 76 gas station on the corner of Coffee Lane and Piner Road in Santa Rosa. Jolly Washer Express, always at your service. Next week, the Bearcubs will travel down to Monterey, and the Pirates. You know, I write these down, Jason, and then they get lost in my notes. And then we get a little love from Trey. Bearcubs, 1st and 10, Pirate territory. Portis in the gun. Quick throw on the glance route, and it's another first down. Joseph Campbell, big target, makes the catch, understands the situation, doesn't expose himself to extra hit, protects the football. Well done. Bearcubs got a little tempo, their best drive of the game. Remembering Coach DePolo's words last week, when something goes wrong, don't panic. Didn't look like it was going to be much of a play, but you're going to take 4 yards anytime you can on first down. Tackling out here in space is Reyes Diaz. Nice play by him. Watch the white jerseys run to the football here and finish the play. Nice effort. 2-by-2 set by both teams. Williams has got room to run right up the gut. 7-yard gain. What's that song? More, more, more. How do you like it? How do you like it? That is the best defense that the Bearcubs can present today, is running the football. Establishing the run and the pass on this drive for the Bearcubs as they trail 10-zip. Another bubble screen out in space. And this time the Pirates get a lot of jerseys to the football. Scott. And sometimes plays aren't going to get you a big gain, but sometimes, in the great words of Kenny Rogers, know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You don't want to take a loss on that play. Credit the Pirates defense for tackling in space. 2-by-2 set. Williams again next to Portis. He's going to change the play. Quick, they're going to have an in-and-out combination here. That's not burger and fries either, folks. I digress. Williams spin cycle and somehow gets a yard. Zion pressing the run there. Short gain. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Padilla's, actually Cavello's range is probably around 40 yards at this longest, so they need to get a few yards. Obviously, they want to get a first down. Portis, vertical route. He's got a receiver, but great recovery in the end zone. Mayo, initially, he looked beat. But the recovery on this is not panicking. Top of your screen. And the receiver releasing inside gives better positioning for the Pirates defenders to make a play, and that's exactly what happened. Our first turnover of the game, and Mayo goes up and gets this football. That's how you high point a football, young man. Nice job. Not well at the mesh point with the handoff to Davis and give Tafoya the tackle. So the Bearcubs knocking on the door. Portis throws his second interception. And you don't like those end zone interceptions at all. They do not taste well at all or good. Speed option. And Davis. Fumble. Bearcub football. Chicken strips. We got Chick-fil-A right across the street. And what a lunchtime treat that is. Watch the Bearcubs come out and punch this ball out of the hands of Davis. This is their 6th fumble in a game and a quarter. Watch right there. Trying to get the defender who that was. But Defensive coaches will tell you this. Good things happen when you run to the football. So the Bearcubs go a little complimentary football, and they create a turnover. Williams, nice job of getting south on that run. Can we show that again, Jason? See if I can see the defender who dislodged this football. Oh, it's a better look. Thank you. Bam. Caden Holman running to the football, and good things happen. In window, middle screen. And swerving his way through 101 traffic. And Randall moves the chains. This is a Bearcub team. They are going to screen the you-know-what out of you. So you're going to have to tackle in space. You're going to have to deal with the blockers. Great job by Keon Moore being a great teammate of blocking in space and not holding. Another screen. I would imagine this week on defensive practice for Modesto, they had a lot of screen practice. Like, okay, we're going to have a screen period right here. Tomorrow we're going to have another screen period. In 10 minutes, it's all you face is screens. And your guys learning to deal with the blocker and tackle in space. 2nd and 9. Glance route. Known as a glance or a slant, doesn't matter. Eli Evans with a first down for Santa Rosa, and they're inside the red zone at the 14-yard line. So they give various looks because that kind of looks like a screen, but Portis, the key for him is getting the football out on time. A lot of space at the top of your screen. Portis, flat route. Scott doesn't get much. Tackled in space by Charles Wright out of Lathrop. He had an interception and a 29-yard return last week against Laney. 2nd down and 8. The key of red zone offense, every play make it positive. That'll always put you in a better situation. You can't lose yards. 2-by-1 set, bottom of your screen as Randall. And then Williams just running with rude intentions. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Santa Rosa Junior College. This is a little video clip of how to be patient as a running back. Zion, watch him follow the blockers. You got the puller, and he's literally just pushing him into guys. Pushes them again. And although Daniel didn't make a lot of physical contact, he was present. He was present for class, and Williams was guiding him along. And the Bearcubs create the turnover, and it's points off turnover. And then we've got a flag. A brilliant drive. Holman creates the turnover, and the Bearcubs take advantage. Screen, glance route, Williams, end zone. There's the drive. That's a great shot there. Points off the turnover. And Cavello will be on to kick. It's up and it's good. Let's watch that play one more time before we take a break. Great drive by the Bearcubs, and what a finish. And Williams just guiding along, and his teammates helping out. You did a great job blocking on that play, Christopher Horton out of Napa. You're watching Bear Cub football on NorCal Sports TV. That is what a coach defines complimentary football. Portis throws the interception into the end zone. The Bear Cub defense comes back. Holman with the strip tackle, and the Bear Cubs answer. Cavello into the end zone, and the Pirates will bring it out. And then rallying to the football is this Bear Cub kickoff team. Ed Burnich out of Petaluma makes the play, and the Pirates will take over on their own 14-yard line. Watch the black jerseys break down in space and then rally to the football. You got to come down, break down, get a little Tom Petty, break down, and go ahead and give it to me. Then tackle and rally to the football. The second of 6 games of Santa Rosa JC football that will bring you here on NorCal Sports TV. Robledo, watch 18 come up and finish this play out in space. He had 8 tackles last week and a fumble recovery. You slow play this, and then your teammates rally. 2nd down and 12. Tafoya has a lot of time, but who read that correctly? Polo Georges, the Petaluma alum. It's verticals, and 4 recognizes this. Everything's in front of him. He's not going to overreact until he has to. And a pass defense for him. Middle screen. And nice tackle. Kyron Jackson Davis, knowing the situation, down and distance, playing football is a physical game, but it's also a mental game. Situation. You don't overreact. They didn't overplay any of the play fakes, and able to make the play. And a stop for this Bear Cub defense. And Scott should have room to return here. He looked like he put his hand up. I'm not sure why he did, because you can hear the coaches from Santa Rosa next door. He had room to run.
Ball spotted at the 46-yard line.
Santa Rosa, as the defense steps up.
Santa Rosa.
Williams, who finished that last scoring drive with a punishing run, will get the ball again. Williams, who finished that last scoring drive with a punishing run, will get the ball again. And he picks up 3. So remember what I said, your best defense today, if you're Santa Rosa, could be a